Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you had an amazing last year and a new year. So we're going to be starting off this 2023 with a modesty panel. It's usually worn with your corset. So the first thing you want to do is to have a pattern, your back pattern drafted out, and then you want to transfer your pattern to your fabric. So this is it. As you can see, there are 4 pieces here, 2 lining pieces and 2 main fabric pieces. On my pattern, I had already closed my dart, but I opened up one side. You have to pick what side you want your modesty panel to come from. And if you have a dart, that's fine, but I did not want a dart on my corsets. But because of the modesty panel, I had to open up one side of the back. Okay, so once you're done with the cutting, you want to go ahead and iron your fusible interfacing to both your main fabric and the lining. So you're going to iron. This is the part, as I said, I left open, so you're going to iron all sides. Remember to add your 1/2 inch seam allowance for that side, so you can easily close it up and it will not take from your allowance. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Iron your whatever you're using. This I used an air stay here, and that's what I am using. This is the lining. I told you one side will be normal and the other side you're going to leave an opening. Okay, this is where we're going to insert our modesty panel. So the first thing you want to do, okay, is to measure from here, leaving about 1/2 inch. Remember, we're going to be turning it up. So here you measure down to this point, leaving about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. So I'm going to be measuring from here down to this point, and that is giving me almost 9 inches. That is 8.6 inches. That's what I've gotten. 8.6 inches. All right, so once you do that, that will be the length of the modesty panel. Then remember that here we had already taken out about 2 inches on fold, so that was 4 inches is what we're taking out from the back. Then here was about 3 inches, here was like 3 inches, here was 4 inches. So you're going to factor this in. So these 4 inches that you have taken out, which is I just measured, keep it. Then you now come and measure here. How many is here? This is 2.5 inches. By the time I fold it, it will be 2 inches. So let's just assume it is 2 inches, okay? So remember, I want this thing to cover my back fully. So these 2 inches, remember everything you're doing here is by 2. So these 2 inches, measure it again here, 2 inches. So remember the 4 inches I say you should keep aside, bring it back, add it to these 2 inches, and 2 inches from here, that is 8 inches. So at the end of the day, in width, it is going to be 8 inches. So this is how it will be. It will cover you down to this side. So you're going to have 8 inches by 8.75 inches. So that's what I am going to be measuring here. I'm using the same fabric that I used. Remember, 8.6 inches plus 1, 9.6 inches. So we are going to add by 8 inches plus 1, that's 9 inches. So I'm using the same fabric as the lining piece. As you can see, I folded it down, folded it into 2, and I am cutting it out. So instead of using the lining to turn it, I'm using the same fabric. Once you're done cutting it out, you want to confirm your measurements and make sure they are accurate, and then you flip it over and sew it shut. on both sides. So you sew it, but you leave an open side.
So I have gone to sew it and I have flipped it open. So this is it. The next thing you want to do now, you see this open side and this open side, you will open this up. Okay, then you will insert it into it. So this is it. Remember, this is half inch, this is half inch. So you will put it in between both of them. And you will sew it short.
We're done, and this is how it looks. It's not ironed though, but this is how yours should look. See how beautiful it is? It's sitting perfectly. So you iron it open and then you go ahead and continue with your sewing process. It's going to cover you like this, cover you a lot. So you do that and then you continue with your sewing. This is how it looks. This is how it's supposed to look when you're done sewing everything, turning your lining and your fabric and everything. It's supposed to sit like this. Doing it in this way is going to help you not see the raw edges by the time you flip it open on the other side like this. I hope you learned a thing or two from this tutorial. Thanks for watching till this point, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.